Oh, I'm on TV. It's Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the DJ Shit Show. I'll say it later, don't worry. I see that some of you already having a nice little morning BM. How are your BMs on Wednesday? You having a good BM? Having a nice little BM before we get going today. I'm excited. I got lots to talk about here. But I gotta address an elephant in the room, and I will in just a second. Let me say hi to people. Let me just say hi. All my guys are here. Welcome to the DJ. How long's it been? Can I say it yet? I'm gonna say it. Shit show. Ah! Oh no. All right. Said it here. All right. So you guys are all sitting on your throne. Gross. Aaron is getting fancy with the countdown. I know, right? I'm stepping it up. The budget's going up. I built that one in Canva, so don't get too excited here. And then gotta hear a story of one of your first shit shows you had when started. Gotta hear a story of one of your first shit shows you had when started. I can't follow that one, Kelly. Maybe help me out a little bit there. Oh, on the bidet. Oh, fancy, Matthew. Wow, a nice clean asshole at the end is that's what makes a good Wednesday. You know what? I tried one of those once. I was out of the country, and they had one in the room we were staying in, and I was uncertain what this was because there was I sat down and I didn't do a pre-look, which was my fault. All I saw were a couple of hoses, and I'm thinking, the hell do I do with this? And there was no instructions. I figured it'd be nice if there was a little, like, you know, animation showing you, like, hey, here's how to do this thing. So I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just grabbed it and I turned it on, cold water, right? And then I'm trying to, like, tuck under, hit the balls. I'm like, and then you hit the spot, and I'm spraying all the back of the wall. It was a disaster. So maybe I know that those, what's the one that's, there's a company here in the US that does it, and they're always sponsoring like podcasts and shit. Maybe I can get them to. Shouldn't I do that? I should get a bidet company to sponsor the show. I kind of love that idea. Let's see. Jay Breeze, Pittsburgh. Ayo. Bro, you doing all right? I was hurting yesterday after the Pens got knocked out of the playoffs. That was rough. I will say this. I think the games 1 through 70 Pens killed games 70 through 80 Pens, is my thought on that. What's up, Double Down? What's up, everybody? Hello from, holy shit, Scotland. Yes. All right. Oh, man. We are international show. Who else is here? You already know what I'm waiting for. You got good day. Good day, mate, from Australia. Good day. I'll teach everybody how to say something in Australian. Ready? Rise up lights. Say rise up lights. Rise up lights. You just said razor blades. Romantics is here. Oh, you're a bidet lover. Maybe I get my hands. Seriously, I gotta reach out to maybe one of those companies and tell them, hey, the name of my show is the DJ Shit Show. Will you sponsor me? First time made me sing like Tony Soprano, like a soprano. Yeah, you gotta watch. I feel like do you have to grab? I don't want to get too dirty too early, but I feel like you gotta cup. You gotta keep. How do you keep your balls from getting soaked? Yeah, Grammar Police meant to tell us a story of how you got started in the DJ biz. Oh, got you. Okay, yeah, that's something I can do. I think it was kind of a shit show, literally a shit show. You got it. All right. Morning from Aaron the DJ. Chicago. And Hairspray says, bought my Maui 28G3. Your review, love them. Thank you. You're welcome. They're awesome. I'm going to take them out. I was going to take the 44s to my wedding next week, but there's only 100 people. It's going to be a small wedding. So I decided not to lug them out. So I'll just take the 28s. But again, the 28s are great. Where are you and Amy with the 44 G2? Amy, are you here?
Yeah.
You guys want me to bring Amy on real quick? Let me know in the chat. You want me to bring her on real quick?
Why?
They want to know what you're thinking. See, they're trying to get you into the into my review. All right, let's bring her on.
What?
Let's bring her on.
Oh, no.
You don't have to. There's nothing to listen to, so there we go. They want you here. Everyone say hi.
Hello. Where's the camera? Oh, there's
It's
the
right
camera.
there. It's right there.
Where do I go?
Where you should go here. That way the mic picks you up better. And I'll
Your
slide
seat
over
here.
here. My slide here and you go there. See the weird thing, don't look at that because that's delayed. Look at this.
Got it. And technically, don't look at that because then they're not seeing me.
You gotta look here. You gotta look at the
I gotta
camera.
go here.
You gotta make eye contact. Look into their soul.
But then
All
what's
right.
weird is like I see myself over here.
Don't look there.
There's
Don't
so
look
many
there. Look
video
there.
Feeds.
I know. I have 3 different screens here.
Where's the confidence?
I've
monitor?
got the your comments are over on this side.
Right.
Cameras in the middle.
Guys, how do you do
And then the
this?
stream is over here, so I make sure it looks all right and
Holy
doesn't
crap.
it doesn't get all right.
I can't do this.
Okay, so you're gonna have to squat
need
for a
a
little
chair.
bit. I don't got a chair. I'm not. This is not. You getting the chair?
Yeah.
I'm not. You're not gonna be here long. Don't get too cozy.
But I don't want to squat.
Yeah. All right. She's gonna come on in. If you guys got a question for her, basically they just kind of want to know your first impressions, thoughts on the 44s.
What pretty tail.
There we go. Come on in.
So beautiful. The what?
The speakers, the 44. Remember, we're looking here. We're looking here.
They're really loud. And they're really heavy.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm going to get a phone call of you like, honey, my back. I'm actually afraid of that. like, and then what do we do? Because I can't do any of this shit.
Well, so I just saw on DJ Idea Sharing that they were one of the guys over at LD or Adam Hall is saying like, hey, we got a flight case now for the 44 G2. Now flight case is like a big heavy box that you put in so you can fit the sub and the tops in that, and then you just roll that around.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, okay.
I was saying, no, I'm not. I can't. He was like, who's interested? And I wrote, no, not me, because I'm too much of a weenie. That would make that thing weigh almost like 500 pounds.
Oh, sure.
But
'Cause it's wooden, right?
I guess the flight case. I don't know if flight cases are wood or not. Are flight cases wood?
And then you look here to see if somebody answers you.
Yeah. And then wait here to see. I don't know. While we wait for that, let's just assume they're wood, and we will be corrected. We will be quickly corrected.
I'm looking at chances. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tell me what.
All
chicken
right.
is DG. Okay.
Yes. Partially. All right. So they're a little bit wood. So I'd make them way, way heavier. But what about sound? What'd you know? Because you came out, when I first got them, I had you come out and listen to them in the garage.
The garage.
Yeah. And I was like, come here and listen to this. And I think you've only heard one cracking, right?
Did we not do an actual video on this? I thought we did a video on this one, or have we not?
No, not on the 44s.
Oh, okay.
Just the 28s.
I mean, they're crazy loud.
So, yeah. We should do one. We'll do a garage one where you give me your thoughts. And what do you want to hear them up against? What should we do?
The Mauis, right? Aren't those the white ones?
Yeah, the 28s.
Okay.
So against those?
Because those are that's the sound that I think is the top.
Yeah.
For so far of what you've gotten. But the 44s, like I said, we haven't really done a comparison, and it's hard for me to know. But that's who I'd want to see it up against.
And then an update. last week I was talking to you guys about me trying to get a hold of the Evox 12s, and they're out of stock. And oh god. So we gotta wait for that. As soon as we get those, that's the shootout I really want to do. 44s, Evox 12s, and I'll bring you in on that one as well. Any other thoughts on the 44s besides heavy and loud?
I don't think so. I'm sorry. What should I be saying right now? Because we haven't, I just haven't heard them compared to.
So nothing.
I bring nothing to this table.
Nothing to
I'm
the table.
so sorry.
You're adding nothing
I'm so
to
sorry.
the conversation. Either heavy or loud. Yeah, anything else? No. Isn't that all that there is?
I really love that they're free.
The mic's hot. That's a hot mic. You can hear everything you're saying.
And you have earphones, and you can't hear anything. Did you hear what I said?
No.
Oh, okay.
What'd you say?
I like that they were free.
Oh, they're free. Yeah, they were. That's what she liked about, because that's what you were worried about initially when we were talking about getting these speakers.
Yeah. I will say, if Bose was listening though, I prefer Bose as the average listener.
Yeah.
I do really like the Bose. They're my favorite sound as much as because they're smooth. But if I'm going in my DJ brain and thinking what DJs like and the wedding crowd likes, yeah, those 44s and the Mauis.
Chad will
so
like
far.
that. He is the Bose guy. He was really he's mad at me because I don't do them anymore. I think Bose are better not for DJing weddings though. I think they're better, and this is my opinion. I think they're better if you're a band or a coffee shop. If that was it, because my first system, and I'm gonna talk about this when we get into my main topic today, which is are DJs too loud? And one of the things that makes me rethink everything is when I was first DJing. Remember, I was only using that Bose L1 system with a B2, one of the original subs. That was it. I took one. Took one to every wedding I did. Did it sound the best? No. Did it work? Yeah. Were people happy? Yeah. Yeah, they were. So I don't hate the Bose. He just called me a dick.
Who's that?
That's Chad. That's my Bose guy.
Oh.
He offered me $300 for my system last week. Yeah, Well, here's the thing about that. Remember, this would be a look, I'll be honest with you guys. They're going to send them to me, okay? I'm not paying for these. That's the only reason why this is on the table.
But if they don't send it to him,
I'll
he'll be
probably,
buying them.
yeah, of course I'll buy them. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly
and he'll have some reason why this is the end speaker, the last one he'll ever need. Honey, listen, here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is going to be the last one because of this. And then I won't need another speaker. I'm not going to need another one because I got these.
So I know I can't use that anymore because I've used that up. So I need a new excuse to talk her into. But here's the thing.
Okay, wait, I'll give you this. Whatever you spend the speakers, you give me in cash.
Whatever I give in speaker.
If you spend $2,000 in speakers, I get something worth $2,000 too.
Oh, so you get to spend $2,000, and I get to spend $2,000?
Even though yours is making money.
Yeah, you're
this
not.
makes
What
no
are you?
logical sense.
Also,
Because my $2,000 won't make any money, but
you should be happy with me because it's already mid-April. April 17th, 2024, and I have bought almost nothing.
that's true.
There are no new speakers in the garage, and
Good job.
and that's just because there's nothing out there.
Right.
All right, was that your toast or whatever? Your lunch?
It's my hash brown. Yep.
All right, I'll let you go.
Bye,
Everyone say bye to
everyone.
Amy.
Bye. See ya.
Thanks for coming on. All right. So let's get into one of the topics, but the first one I want to say is I guess I found out that I'm not streaming alone today, Wednesdays. Did I not make it fucking clear? Did I not make it fucking clear that Wednesdays at 12 is my time slot, motherfucker? I get a I get a message today. Somebody's out there streaming the same time as yours truly. Fine. I feel like this is like somebody like in the 90s, you finally get your pilot picked up, your TV show idea picked up, and you're like, yes. And I'm like, what time? You're like, what time is it on? I'm like, yeah, you're going to be running up against Seinfeld. So I'm not going to say who's streaming right now because I don't want you to leave, okay? But somebody else has the gall to stream on my time slot at Wednesdays at 12. Maybe I'm gonna start a stream tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Maybe I'm gonna start streaming Thursdays at 2 o'clock. You know how petty my ass is. And you come up against me, I'll come up against you. Okay. Anyways. Hey, did you guys watch that video I dropped today? Earlier today, I dropped a video, showed you like my top, 2024 gear for this year. And I don't know if you could tell in the thumbnail, but there's some, if you haven't already, go back and look at the thumbnail. There's some Easter eggs there. I put some fun stuff in the thumbnail in those boxes. So if you haven't already, go back, check that out. But if you have any questions about some of that stuff I got. Is anything up here? Oh yeah, I got this thing. So here's that tray thing. Look, so Amy got me this for Christmas. And because I asked for it. I was like, oh, I need something to put my food on when I'm eating burgers at night, because I'm lapping it. Do you guys grab food on the way home? I can't. It's one of my favorite things. Like, you're eating dinner around 5 or 6, and then you're DJing all night, and then you're getting a car. You start to drive home at 12:30. I get a little hangry. I need some food in my belly, and like, this thing is so nice. It goes in the cup holder. It swivels. Look at this. Right, so I just kind of like eat right over there and put my fries, a little ketchup there, little chicken fingers, little burger. And then here's the Siamese cable. I'm not spoiling the goddamn video. Go back and watch it if you have any questions about that. But yeah, one of the big things too I dropped in that video is that my assistant's coming with me next week to my wedding. Oh, speaking of that, let's go this. I saw in one of the wedding groups another DJ chatting about. Okay, so I gotta mention this Taco Bell. Yeah, they're. I feel like I can't put. I'm 40 now, so I feel like I can't put Taco Bell in the belly, especially with a longer drive home. That shit literally runs through me. But that's a guarantee. That's a guarantee, like $4 meal, 8 tacos, and it's still cheap there, which I appreciate. I don't know how, but Taco Bell has yet to be afflicted by inflation. They're still able to churn out those churros in large quantities for still under $1, and I appreciate that. I know, for real. And I got the runs. It goes. I mean, it's like, oh, it tastes good as it's hitting your mouth, and then your body is sort of like, get this shit out of here before it starts to absorb in here. We got to get it out. And now I got to do a run for, a Taco Bell bucket is what I'm going to need next. But I saw in one of the DJ rooms, somebody was talking about the layout. They were complaining about the layout they had. And I just literally had this happen last night during my final Zoom call. Which I do. And if you watched the show last week, I have a nice little long... My call was probably about 40 minutes last night. But I always ask them, hey, send me a layout of the room. Let's talk about this, because I want to take a peek. So I'm going to show you guys what they sent me. And there it is. And we're going to do this one again. Okay. Here's the layout I got for my wedding next week. You see the problem? I saw it immediately. What we got here is a tier level floor plan, and it's about like a two-step or 3-step drop. So it's not like there's 5 steps that go to the bottom of it. It's about 2 steps, but it's multi-level. They got me. Look at this. What the fuck? Why? This is not the couples. The venue did this. Why are they doing this? I feel like they just have no concept of it. It's like, let's have here's what I think. I think they're thinking, let's make this look elegant. Let's make this look majestic, right? Well, what about the DJ? Fuck that guy. Put him in a corner. Here we go. Putting the DJ in, the DJ in the corner. What shit? Yeah, and no dance floor. So the dance floor is up by me. And then they're going to strike the tables. 12, 13, 10, 11. They're going to take those down. That's the plan. By the way, I did watch Roadhouse And when Swayze drops that nobody puts baby in the corner, I got fucking chills. Even though I knew that was, I knew that I didn't know when he was going to say it, but when he said it, goddamn. Swayze is a baller, all right? I went on a Patrick Swayze kind of thing. I watched Roadhouse, we watched Ghost. What's the other one I watched? What's his other one? Oh, Dirty Dancing. And then I need to go back and watch Point Break, right? Swayze. Oh, is it Dirty Dancing? Am I wrong? What did I say? Oh, Roadhouse. You're right. You're right. It's Dirty Dancing. Thanks for keeping me honest. Roadhouse. Roadhouse is another one I like. I was thinking about Roadhouse because that, no, I was wrong. Yeah, so that's Dirty Dancing. But anyways, let's go back to this. Okay, sorry. So look, they got me stuck in that corner, right? And look where tables 10 and 12 are. Right up on me. Table 12 is going to hate me. So, again, here's the thing. All right, let me make it a little bit bigger for you guys so you can see it. How about this? Wait, no, where do you want it? Where do we want this? How about there? Where's that one where I'm going to decide? No, there it is. All right, so you guys can see it a little bit better. Here's the thing about this. And by having this happen early, before the wedding's a week, I told him, hey guys, can we move me? And here's why. Me being stuck in that corner means that the sound is going to be stuck over there. And, you guys have that sweetheart table down there. It's going to be hard for you to see. Plus, table 10 and 12 are going to get, annihilated. They're going to hate me. Move me to the middle. So I said, move me towards the middle, right close to the bar, and then move 12 and 13 over into the corner. Put those motherfuckers in the corner, not me. And they were like, yeah, great idea. We'll call them. We'll take care of that. We'll send you the updated. Now, here's what I imagine is going to happen is the venue is going to come back and say, look, we do many weddings and we've never had an issue before. That's a great place. They're going to say that. And I told them that. I told my couple, I'm like, look, they're probably going to fire back at you and go like, no, it's never been a problem. DJ can go there. And I told them, if they say that to you, make sure you tell them, no. We spoke with our DJ. He would prefer to be placed in the center there, move those tables over. And we were all on the same page last night. So whether or not that happens or not, here we have a nice little mystery that we can come back to. Where the next cut to is like, yeah, so they got me in the fucking corner. So we'll have to see. But as of right now, I had a good conversation with them. And the plan is now to move me over. If they don't, the only thing that I can do is set my Everse up in that second area here, and then remote that, and then what I with lapel system, maybe put that over by where it says GB walk-in sign, like over in that corner, the top right corner. That way we're hitting that. And then what I would do is over by the DJ booth, I'll run an XLR all the way down, and then put another speaker over by the bar and shoot it that way. So that would be my plan. If for some reason they're like, screw you, DJ, we don't really care. We're gonna put you where we want you. So all that to say, it's not a bad idea to ask your couple, hey, send me the layout. Let me take a peek at this. Give them your. I think we don't value ourselves to realize that we should have a say in these conversations that happen. Hit the like button right now if you agree. I'm always hearing DJs say, well, I sit up in the back because I don't want to be in pictures. And I sit up and over here. And I just, why are we the fucking doormat to everybody else at this thing? We are running the show. And being stuck in that corner affects the rest of the night sound-wise. I'm just saying, you have a say. Don't be afraid to step up and tell your couple, hey, this is a bad idea. And let me tell you why. From my experience, looking at this layout, I could see a lot of issues ahead. And that's all right. We can do that. And my couple last night, they don't know. They don't know this. They don't know what we know. They're relying on you to say it. So instead of me showing up, and this has happened, and just sort of like complaining like, oh, fuck, I'm in the corner. What am I going to do? God damn, get ahead of it. get ahead of it. That was my plan here. I just want to get ahead of it. All right? What do you guys think? Venue and planner don't value the DJs. It feels like that sometimes. I definitely, I can relate to that comment. You almost have to sort of win them over the night of, and I wonder if it's because, let's be honest, there's a lot of bad ones out there, and I wonder if that's affecting this. When I speak to a planner, when I speak to a venue, they're always sharing with me, without me even asking, their bad DJ stories, right? And it's making me feel like there's a higher number of the bad ones out there than the good ones. I want to believe that that's not true. Too many popular people turn DJs, giving people the false impression that it's an easy job and anyone can do it. They should see what happened to Grimes. Yeah, I wasn't going to talk too much about that. I feel like everyone's been chatting about that. I don't really have an opinion on that. I know that shit happens. It feels like if she had backups or what. You know what? Lesson learned for her, right? You got to have... Maybe that's never happened to her. Maybe she's never been in a situation where her shit failed. And maybe you get a little cocky. Like, oh, I don't need a backup USB stick. It's all going to work. I'll just outsource my shit, show up, put on a show, get paid... Right? And that went horribly wrong for her. And the thing is, she's getting just roasted, annihilated for it. And I think we need to maybe have a little bit of grace when it comes to... That's what I want. Like, when I fuck up, I don't want everyone all over my ass. And then that's what happens with the top. When you're at the top, you know, it feels like every other DJ be like, it wouldn't have happened to me. I wouldn't have done it. But we're not in her situation, so I can't speak to that. Yeah, I know it was she talking about like she couldn't like halftime her BPMs or something? I don't know. But in the moment, I think what happened was she just hadn't ever troubleshooted that way. And it's nerve-wracking. You've got thousands of people out there looking at you to put on a show, and then it's not going well. Now, I felt that sort of feeling when I've got 30 people staring at me. Can't imagine having thousands. I'd have lost my mind. We were always first to pitch up, last to leave, least important. See, there's a little bit of a theme here. We're feeling it. We're feeling the you know, where we are in the totem pole. But I think that's changing. I think it's changing because you guys are getting better. If we as a DJ community would be more supportive of each other and not like tearing each other down and sort of like, hey, we make our job easier. We can raise our prices and justify all that when we're actually DJing. So everybody, if you're not mixing yet, start mixing. Start mixing. That makes all of us look good. And I'm telling you, couples are looking for that. They want to mix and DJ. There's a lot of them out there giving us a bad rap. I agree. I'm not surprised when one isn't an idiot. It should be the other way around. So... You know, I guess it turned into this thing where it was like, oh, here's a nice, easy part-time job where I just go and play music. And you guys realize that's not what we do. There's so much more to it than that. I can't imagine the attitude of going to somebody's wedding and thinking, I don't give a shit. If I screw up or my mics drop out, I don't care. It's like, I don't understand that. This is their wedding. They got one shot at this. Give it your all, right? And I think that that's out there, and it's maybe making us look bad because there are too many planners and too many photographers that have way too many DJ horror stories. And the problem is that couples are continuing to give these guys work because they're cheap. I think that's the reason. And we can't do anything about that. I just lost out to a couple because they were cheaper than me. And they told me, like, that was literally the only reason. Nothing I can do about it. You kind of want to be like, okay, well, good luck. but I don't want to do that. I was like, all right, well, have a great event. It's just the way it is. People don't know the value of a really good DJ until they see one. And I think that's starting to happen. So you guys be that out there, right? You be that out there, then the venues will be like, we got to have this guy back. He's got to be our guy. Okay. The other thing that came up during my consultation last night, and I've noticed I think it's 3 weddings in a row on my do not playlist, a specific song that I think we need to retire this year. And it was on the not list, but it's Uptown Funk. Okay. I have 3 weddings in a row. It's the first time not the first time, but I saw it sparingly. I think we beat that shit to death, guys. I think it's over for Uptown Funk. And I agree too. Like when I hear it, I like take all the cues, I put my headphones on, like I cannot fucking listen to this song one more goddamn time. And if it's on the radio, I get out of it. We just, yeah, it's over. I think we need to let it rest. Let's rest that one for 2020. It was on the grill. It was sizzling. It tastes good. Yeah, it's time to, I think we need to, that's the one I think we need to let go. And a lot of us, that's your go-to opener. It's your go, and I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm not saying that song doesn't work. It does. But I think people have gotten to the point where it's just nails on the chalkboard a little bit when you hear it. Or if you're going to play it, just give it one chorus and then just get the hell out of it. But I found that interesting. That I was like, oh, here, okay. This song, I think we need to retire that one. All right, one thing too. Let me put my email address up here. I want to start taking your guys' questions and stuff, or stories, or get your opinion on it during the show. Oh, guys, I got actually a live update here with the venue. You ready? This is great. Okay, so I just got an email from my bride about the setup. This is happening live. Okay. Hi, Aaron. I talked with the venue manager, and she said she will make a new diagram with your setup move in the portside room. There we go. Can we just... that's a win. That's a win for DJs, baby. That's a win. There we go. So we're going to move me over. She was wondering if you know the dimensions of your setup. We told her that you don't need a skirted table. You also need a skirted table for the ceremony. I'll send a picture of the updated room diagram when she sends it this afternoon. Da 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 da. Check that shit out. Yes. 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 Go for it, guys. That's 2 wins today, baby. Yes. The cart yesterday, that was a win. And this. Oh, man, that's great. Half of me wishes it went the other sideways. That way I could start bitching about it. Just to make better TV. But I will say, hey, that is some cosmic shit we just witnessed. That just literally happened. We're talking about it. Here we go. It's done. Proven point. Point proven. And so, look, another reason why to do the last call with your couples to go over that. That's a win for the DJs right there. And your attitude needs to be in the right mindset as well. When don't explain it to your couples like a know-it-all. Let them know, like, and that's what I was saying, like, I'm telling you guys this because I want you to have the best experience, not just for you, but your guests. And I'm telling you what I've noticed, and this is going to be I'm just so pumped. Maybe she was watching. I doubt it. But if she was, thank you. Thank you. There will be a third win. What's my third win, Jazz? Let me think what that could be. Let me know what that is. Playing Uptown Funk to fill my glass, put some liquor in it. It's a little too early for that. Yes, win. We need, next, we solve baldness. There's some options out there, guys. There's some options for that. Having Amy on the show was the third one. Yes, okay, thank you. Yes, you're right. I knew that. Oh, so hopefully she's not still watching. Is getting approved by a venue a typical thing? First time I've run across this. It's getting approved by a venue. There are some venues that will have, I don't think they'll have like a shit list of DJs. I think maybe they do secretly. But the thing is, they're usually booked before us. So unless they're checking in, be like, hey, who's your DJ? And you go, oh, I got DJ Bob coming. And they're like, DJ Bob, fuck that guy. I don't think that's happened. Unless when they're booking, they literally give them a list. Hey, when you're hiring your DJ, do not pick these guys. I think it's the other way around. I think where I get booked the most is because the venue has me on their list of DJs to book. That is the list you want to get on. And how do you get on that? Just, arriving early helps. Being a team player, keeping them updated, joking around, use your personality. Don't be the serious DJ guy. And respect the house rules. If they don't want any, drinking on the dance floor, just make that announcement. If, as much as I don't like that, I also don't like glasses breaking on the dance floor either. So I don't mind that rule. I hate plastic cups, but God damn it, when a glass breaks on the dance floor, it's just the worst fucking shit. Because everybody's got to stop. And I showed you that clip of my last wedding where they had to come out and like mop it. I had to stop the dance so they could mop the floor. See, that was another instance where, I was kind of like, well, I'll just keep playing through it. And they're like, no, you got to stop the music and we're going to do this. And as much as I didn't want to do it, I did it. And look, I'm not going to get blamed for that. Fuck DJ Bob. No, sorry, Bob's out there. That was the first name. I tried to come up with a name that maybe I wouldn't have upset anybody, but that was all I could come up with. So, yeah, get on the list, get on their bright side. At the end of the night, hand out your card, find the venue manager, say, hey, I would love to work here again. I loved your venue. Thank you so much. Do a follow-up email. Hey, loved it. Tag them on your Instagram post. If you're posting stories, tag the venue in that. They'll see that. A lot of times they'll repost it, follow you back. And now their couples that are at that venue, they see you in that reel or that Instagram post, and now you get hit up. That's some fried gold right there. I agree. The preferred lists are crucial. That they're my bread and butter. Getting on those lists, you end up playing a lot of the same venues a lot, which is my case. However, I like that because I know what to expect. I know what's going on. I know what's going to happen. And they're doing have to work for you. When your venue recommends you, it's a done deal. Oh, speaking of, okay, let's go back to the email. You guys can send in some emails if you want me to give you my thoughts on something. But I also don't mind it. I like it when you guys throw it in the chat too, and we kind of be spontaneous. But let me pull up one that came through here. And this is Louie. And Louie, are you here? I don't know if you're here or not, but I'm going to read your question. All right. And I like this because I think we need to stop talk about this. I'm trying to try not to get distracted by the comments as I do this. But Louie's question was, suits. Should all DJs wear suits for weddings? Suits with dress shirts, t-shirts, tie, pin-on jacket, pocket square, dress shoes or tennis shoes. Me personally, black suit, dress shirt, no tie, dress shoes, custom pin-on jacket, no square. And then the second question is fragrance. Do you wear or care for fragrance? We are the ring leaders of the event. Feel we need to smell good. I agree. Smelling good. If you want to go into depth with it, designer or nice fragrances. Are you a Dior Sauvage or Creed Aventure? Did I pronounce that right? Be fun to see what folks say. Okay, let's go back. Let's talk about suits for... Hey, there he is. Is it him? Is Louis here? There he is. Let's throw you up there. Is it going to go over there? There he is. There's the guy. Suits. When I first started, I was a full suit guy. White shirt, tie, jacket, dress pants, blue suit, brown pants, vest underneath maybe for when the dance started, get a little informal. And then I realized that's not my style. I've never been a wear suit guy. And then I'm looking around and I'm like, I'm the best dressed guy here. It's a little weird. Also, I showed up at a wedding and I was wearing the same outfit as the groomsmen. We were all wearing the blue suits and the brown shoes. I was like, oh, this is not good. well, at least I could go sit at the head table. So then I moved to what was my next move? Then I moved to a collared shirt and vest and dress pants and tennis shoes. Then now my go-to is black t-shirt, black jogger pants, not sweatpants, but actual pants, white Hey Dudes, and then I put my black blazer on top. And I am comfortable, and I think it looks good. Nothing against you suit guys out there. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer to this. I think that it's what makes you feel like you. And I'll be honest, I didn't feel like I was me dressed in a full suit. I felt like I was dressing up to be something that people were expecting. And I've never been that guy. So now my outfit reflects me, who I am, and it feels good to me. And then I feel like, I also feel like the expectation of a DJ having to wear a suit from couples has gone down based on DJs kind of getting, a cooler vibe from couples. Like, it's cool. Like, so my other job is I work with kids. I run an after-school program, drama program. And I always tell them, like, hey, you guys know what my second job is? And I tell them, like, yeah, I'm a DJ. And they're like, what, a DJ? Oh, shit, oh my gosh. Like, they freak out. It's a cool job. And so I think the whole, like, DJ wearing a suit, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good evening, I'm DJ Bob. Sorry, Bob. And I'm your DJ for this evening. Look how good I look. No, I had Hey Dudes on first, motherfucker. That was me. I don't know. But I do wear those shits. I love those. I love them. What's going on? Okay, and then with the fragrance, absolutely. Now, I don't think you want to go full Italian and walk in the room and everyone's like, jeez, holy shit, who's that guy? We don't want it wafting. What you want it to be, my thought is, it's there. When people come up to talk to you, it's like a pleasant, like, well, hello. From everybody. Maybe they start getting a little handsy. And then, maybe I need to get a different brand. My wedding numbers have gone up, but the sexual assault numbers have also gone up. My ass is raw from all the grabbings. Smell good. Keep a nice little thing of mints in your DJ booth. And pop those all night, boys. Pop those all night. It goes a long way. If you're a mothball smelling motherfucker, you got to start eating those things. I'm just telling you. Remember, you are, am I going in and out of focus? Sorry, guys. You are making impressions with everything that you do. The way that you look, the way you present yourself, the way that you smell. Get some dude wipes. I personally douse my asshole in Gold Bond before I go to a wedding. And that's why. Look, we're out there, we're setting up, you're sweating. That goes right through your pants. There's nothing. Here's the deal. If you can smell your own ass, then other people can smell it too. So just some tips. You're in a full suit. You're going to smell. So get a nice stick of deodorant. Keep that shit in your bag. Here's what I have in my bag. I have Gold Bond in my bag. I have deodorant in my bag. I have hair stuff in my bag. And, and cologne or body spray in my bag. And that is all for keeping the night fresh, and spare socks, because my hands and feet sweat. If I meet you in person and I shake your hand, just get ready. You're gonna get soaked. I have wet hands since I was a kid. It was made playing Legos a pain in the ass. So that's why I fist bump now. Because people come up and like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. I'm like, you don't want to shake my hand. Let's do this. And so, I consider all those things. But yes, who just said this? Gold Bond. Yo, I knew that. I've been doing Gold Bond for years. That works. If you've never been a Gold Bonder, go to your local pharmacy or whatever. Go to Target. Go to Walmart. And it's after the shower. Get yourself all nice and towel dried. Open it up. Okay? And then just get a nice little whack. I get about 3-4 whacks in the ass and under the balls. Jesus. You got to get rid of that swamp ass. Everybody, it'll be known like, yeah, he was great. Guy smelled like shit. Don't get that reputation. So I'm 100% agree on that. Yeah, Old Spice is doing some things. All right, I know. I'm sorry. Take a shower. Yeah, look nice. Shave. One of my new secrets to help with the gray in the beard. I bought one of those. It looks like mascara, right? And it's what is it? What's it called? What's that one? The guy thing for hair. I'm be coloring my hair too, but just for men. It's a just for men kind of like mascara thing, and you just kind of like go like this, and you color your beard looking nice. Same thing with the sides. I had to start coloring the sides because it's getting kind of grayish. Yeah, look at that. The focus is going out. Ha. Fresh, baby. You want me to bring Amy back up? She can answer that. Maybe I shouldn't go live. I'll get myself in so much fucking trouble here. Okay. So, yeah, if you guys send a question in, I'll get you guys on. All right, we did that. All right, we got our last 10 minutes here. I'm going to talk to you about the main topic. Our DJs, are we playing our music too loud? Now, the only reason why I'm bringing this up is I found another post in Reddit, and it was very interesting, the replies to it. And I had a conversation even with my father-in-law. They were up here this weekend hanging out because I read it, and I was just really curious. And I know that like loudness is a thing for us, and it feels like it's a dick swing move. It's a flex. But what are the guests thinking? Hold on one second. I just got distracted. Help me come back to this. Mando. What's that? Let me look that up. Mando. Oh, Mando deodorant? What is this? Whole body deodorant. For pits, packages, and feet. Holy shit. Whole body deodorant, whole body odor shield, body wash. It's a whole thing. Whole high performance, based in new science. Rather than covering up body odors with extra cologne for your pits and balls. I already love this place. Mando blocks odor before it starts. Use it everywhere. Mando goes beyond underarms. Think ball sacks, butt cracks, under man boobs, gut folds, belly buttons, and feet. I'm ordering this. Can I get these guys to sponsor the show? Bro, Santiago, thank you. 72-hour whole body odor control. I've struggled to find the right deodorant for years. One that kept me free from skin irritation. So the other thing that I want with deodorant is I want to make sure it doesn't do the white stains under the pits. Aluminum free, so we don't get Alzheimer's. That's good. That's my biggest fear. I will take a nosedive off a cliff if I start having signs of that. Cruelty free, baking soda free, vegan. I don't give a shit about that. I'm not gonna eat this shit. What the fuck does that mean? How can something be vegan? That might be my ignorance there. How the fuck can something be vegan? Who's fucking eating this? All right. The aluminum is what causes the stains? Yeah. Butt cracks, nutsacks, approved from DJ Phoenix. Okay, now that you know it's gonna work because, dude, you've got the hottest weather ever. Take a fucking shower. Agree. Don't forget the breath. I mentioned that. Keep those mints in there. 72-hour coverage. Yeah, for real. For real. Yeah, we'll get back to that. Okay, I'm keeping that up. I'm going to be ordering this. Thank you, Santiago. So this show is sponsored by Mando. I'll get some of it, and it's better than Gold Bond, but it'll clean your wallet faster. I don't care. If it's I don't care. Especially if it works. I'll pay some money. I know Gold Bond's cheaper, but Gold Bond also is powder, and it can get everywhere. Oh, no animal fat. All right. I guess that's all right. Yeah, review coming. Okay, Mando. I'll be getting that. All right, let's go back to the loudness of the DJs. This is what makes me fun about doing a live stream. I love just sort of like, you guys, thanks for being so engaging in this. You're making this more fun for me to have things to talk about. So the loudness thing came from this post I saw here. DJ for a good friend's wedding hit all my pet peeves. This goes back to what we were chatting about earlier. Bad DJs out there. But the reason why I'm kind of chatting about this is they mentioned something I'd never heard. I didn't know this was a thing that some DJs do. My good friend was getting married Saturday. Lovely ceremony. Lovely people. Great food. Everyone is happy. But ... the DJ. So this is coming from a caterer. I've catered weddings for 7 years as part of an in-house catering company. I saw hundreds of weddings and several dozen wedding DJs. They were almost universally awful. This is her experience 7 years in the business, is that the DJs have all been bad. It makes me wonder if she works at maybe like a VFW or you know what I mean, like a cheaper venue. They were almost universally awful. They are incapable of reading the room. So often they just play top 40 from the last 5 to 10 years, super loud. And if nobody was dancing, now here's the thing that confused me. They would turn it up louder so that the dance floor was empty and everyone who wasn't chased out was sitting together chatting at the other end of the venue. Like, read the room. Try a few different decades, try slow songs, try romantic songs. She's right. And sometimes just accept it that it's not a dancing crowd. Yes! And play nice background music. DJ seems to stake their self-worth on whether they can get the dance floor going. Hitting on all cylinders here so far. I feel like she is 100% right. I mean, for somebody that's not a DJ, she is saying all the things that a DJ is supposed to do, reading the room. Hey, this style of music isn't working. Don't go back to it. Even if it's something that you like, even if it's a style of music that typically works for you, and that's happened. It's frustrating for sure. You're like, why is this not working? It's not working. Don't force it down their throats. It's literally an instant feedback of what your job is accomplishing. And if you're doing well, they will dance. If it's not, then they won't. Having your self-worth too, based on, the dance floor. That is something that I had to work through the years to drive home and be like, everything else went great. Ceremony went without a hitch, no problems. All my emceeing went great. Dinner was smooth. Everyone seemed to have a good time. But when the dancing started, I tried everything I could, and people didn't dance. And you just have to kind of accept it. It just was not a dancing crew. The one at my friends did the super loud recent top 40, kept turning it up to dissuade conversations. So is that the method? Is that why they're doing it? Turn the music up, stop talking to your friends, and then step on the dance floor. That seems like that's a bad strategy. Wouldn't take anybody's song requests. That's going to piss off the crowd also. And then repeatedly tried to guilt everybody into dancing. That doesn't work either. So all those things that she noticed are all no-nos. And it's funny, like somebody that's not a DJ is totally dialed in to the things that a bad DJ does. That strategy of, I'm going to turn the music up to stop conversations and then force people on the dance floor is wild. And the thing that was more concerning to me is that in the comment section, there were people that were validating it. Oh, I hate when they keep turning it up, up, up. Last wedding I was at had a DJ like that. My daughter and I ended up outside the structure, backyard wedding, to get away from the noise and headache. Last wedding I attended, it was loud. Like I've seen Iron Maiden in concert, and I swear this was louder. It made conversation impossible, and people started leaving in droves, including us. I know that we want to be loud, but I think it might be creating this situation. Now, the reason why I'm assuming that these posts are by under 40s is that Reddit is typically a under 40s social media site. I'm not saying that people over 40 aren't on there, but from what I'm seeing here and reading, it sounds like people that are younger, okay? And they're complaining that the music is too loud. And I know that that is a big flex that we have as DJs, is how loud, how ball rattling our music is. But if your music is causing people in the venue to not be able to chat, that's going to make them upset. I'm probably guilty of this. I've probably done this. If you got a lot of people outside, I think our go-to is, well, it's a nice day. It could be a nice day. It could be that you're playing music too loud. And the thing is, if you're not playing loud, those people will chat at their tables and stay inside. And then you play a song they like, they're more likely to maybe take a run to the dance floor. Too many DJs think every inch of the venue needs 120 dB. That's frat boy rookie thinking. Allow guests at distance to casually enjoy the conversation. I think that's a valid addition to this conversation. I think that's why it's important for us as DJs to walk around the room. That's why I like columns. Like, as much as people shit all over them, the nice thing about a column is the farther back you get, the music does, what's the word, dissipate? And you could look at that as a bad thing. I look at it as a good thing. You know, let's keep the dance floor popping. I want people feeling that on the dance floor. But over by the tables, the people that came to chat, we need to let them chat. And that's why it's a good thing to walk around, you know, or have your assistant stay at your booth, do a walk around, make sure everything's okay while you do a walk around, and just make sure, hey, can people chat, talk? Take a look outside. Are there a lot of people outside? Why'd they leave? Check in with your couple. Hey, how are we doing? Everything all right? Is this sounding all right? Are we, you know, I want to make sure you're feeling, they'll be, you know what? It's a little loud. Do you think maybe you could turn it down? They might not tell you, but if you ask them, maybe they will. Let the crowd guide your volume. Err on the side of too quiet and let them tell you to turn it up. Use that as an MC moment to ask them if they... I don't know if I would go on the mic and ask people that, but for sure, you know, read the room. And if you've got people 30 feet from you, but they're dancing, but they're 30 feet, just pull the volume back. I would say pull back and maybe you'll see them start creeping back up. I think there's a reason why they're that far back. Is because you're blowing their goddamn ears out. Some DJs misjudge how much speaker you need. Yeah, you know, that comment of like Iron Maiden, obviously that's going to be a loud show. The loudest show I ever went to was The Strokes. You guys remember them? It was so loud that it didn't even sound like anything. It was just that, and my ears were ringing. I'm pretty sure they killed me, like contributed to my ear fatigue that I have. I have a wedding, 120 people. What do I need? Facebook. Okay, so Facebook DJ response. You need 4 double 18s for. Yeah, and it does. It feels like a dick swing. It feels like I'm out here melting faces, and at a club, yes. Because that's what people are expecting. At a wedding, maybe we need to pull it down a little bit. Maybe we need to pull it down. You know, create a comfortable atmosphere for people. They went there to dance. And do we need 18-inch subs for our small venue and 120 people? I don't think so. Just get the 12s. You know, so here's what I will say. If you've got a bigger, you know, like when I have the 44s, doesn't mean that I'm going to crank them all the way up. What's nice about having a bigger system is that you won't run out of headroom. So it's always easier to turn down than to turn up. So that's kind of what would be nice about having those speakers, is that you can, you know, judge the night based on that. You know, how many people you got, turn it up, turn it down. Old people peel off because it's too damn loud. Yeah. And I've had situations where I've had people come up and slide little napkins up to me, and like the bass is too loud, and I just kind of roll my eyes and throw it away. But at the end of the day, did that contribute to those people leaving early, not feeling like they had a good time? Does it need to be dead quiet? No. But maybe we need to find a happy medium. Do we need to be running 130 dBs at a wedding? That's the question. I think we need to be aware of these things, as that's our job as the DJ. It's playing good music, monitoring the volume, making sure you don't kill the guest. Now, these last two comments, they're a little bit off topic, but still kind of on. This was from that same thread. I've been lucky. Hey, by the way, thanks everybody for being here. Hit that like button if you're still here already. Appreciate everybody being here. I've been lucky to mostly attend weddings where the DJs were pretty worth it with it, as far as matching the vibe. But hands down, the worst wedding DJ I ever heard was at my cousin's wedding. The entire night, this dude was playing his own absolutely terrible mashups. So you hear the opening of September and think, phew, finally, something fun. And hit the dance floor only for some shitty rap song that doesn't even match up to the beat to come in on top of what's already playing all night long. It just sounded like this dumbass had accidentally played two songs on top of each other. Could this be the result of all the viral reels, TikToks going around, where now we feel like in order to be a wedding DJ, I gotta do these things to create content, to create something that will pop online, but totally ignore the vibe in the room of what I'm currently doing? Does that make sense? What I'm saying is, like, I'm DJing now for my TikTok rather than the current crowd that I'm in front of. And if that thought's ever crossed your mind, I think you're doing yourself and them a disservice, which is why I struggled for a while, trying to capture content of the wedding, trying to get a good mix, because that's what's in my head. I'm like, I got to get a good mix so I can put it online so everybody likes it. But that's distracting. What's distracting me then is like, okay, focusing on that rather than focusing on the crowd in front of you. Can you do both? Sure. I think you're going to catch some things. But that's why now with my Insta360 that I got, now I'm just running it the whole night. I'm just turning it on, capture the whole night, and then go through. This is what I did. And then I went through it and tried to find some cool stuff, as opposed to sort of thinking like, oh, this will look great on Instagram. And it sounds like that DJ was just kind of like showing off to who, I think himself, or literally trying to capture content to post later on. But what you ended up doing was pissing off the whole group. You probably had a really shitty dance. And I think mashups have a place in a wedding. You could definitely do them, but don't populate the entire night with it. You will upset people when they hear their song. If you heard that September opening, dun 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 dun, all right, that's all I can do, or YouTube will flag my shit. People hear that, they're like, oh, September, I know that song, and run on the dance floor, and then Tipsy, the lyrics of Tipsy start playing underneath it. You're just gonna be like, what the hell is this? Right? Do a mashup that makes sense. Take this comment seriously. People want to hear the songs they love. Skip the parts they don't care about, but don't mash every goddamn thing. I think I agree. That's kind of what I'm saying here. Turning it back down if the dance floor clears a bit. People leave when dessert comes. Yeah, Alex, I agree with that. When I heard people turning it up, that confused me. When if my dance floor is empty, I turn my music down. Partly because I'm embarrassed. You know what I mean? I'm looking out there and you feel like a total asshole with your music super loud and nobody dancing and lights going around and buzzing around. And it's like, this is like a dead party. So music comes way down, almost halfway down. Now I'm background music. And then I mix out of that song and just start trying stuff. Try the next one. Did I get a reaction out of that one? Nope. Okay. Out. Try the next one. Let it breathe for a second. Let people, like I did an Instagram reel where I let that Cascada song, Every Time We Touch, cook. There's nothing wrong with letting a song cook a little bit, especially when you know it's a banger. I think you could mix out of a song too soon. You're like, oh, it's not working, out. And then you miss something. when you know something is fire and you know it's the vibe and you like trust your instincts and let it cook, and that song ended up being exactly that. Because after that verse, which is pretty chill, that's the only thing I don't like about that song is how chill that verse is. But then once it gets into the drums and then every time we touch, I get this feeling. Right, as soon as that happens, everybody goes crazy. You gotta let it happen. You gotta let it breathe. That's why sometimes if I'm gonna mix, that's a really high BPM song too, but if a song has a chill beginning to it, let the drums and bass play on the song before it, if it's key matched, and let that roll over the verse. You know what I'm saying? And then to keep some nice drums underneath that verse, and then when the drums kick into the real song, pull the drums out of the next one. When you say pull it down, what are you talking about? My guy here always making things about wanting to see my dick. He's always cracking me up. I love you, bro. Yeah. So, okay, yeah. It's that scene in The Office where Michael's in a hotel. Okay, I know exactly what the scene you're talking about. It was during the scene where Jim comes in and he's got like the lasers flying around a room and Michael's just sitting there in the curl position and that music is super loud. It's awkward. Just pull the music down, let the room breathe a little bit, see if you can bring them back to the party. It's all you can do. And if they don't come back, guess what? They just want to chill and talk. Go check in with your bride. Hey, are you having a good time? Because basically, if you have an empty dance floor for 4 or 5 songs and even your bride's not out there, it means 2 things. It means 1, you're playing the wrong shit, so go check in. Or 2, they just don't want to dance. So if you're playing the wrong shit, go check in and they're like, hey, what's going on? I haven't seen you on the dance floor. Am I off here? I'm trying here, but how are you feeling vibing? Am I keeping you off? And she might be like, you know what? Yeah, could you just change it up? Could you go back to something? Like, yes. And then go back there and do it. And guess what? You might repopulate your dance floor and it'll work. Or you might get the response, which has happened to me several times, where it's like, you know what? No, you're doing great. We're just hanging out. It's okay. And a lot of times I'll have the bride just let me off the hook. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean I just sit back and relax and go on my phone? No. Keep playing, keep mixing, but don't take it personal. Those are my thoughts on that. All right, here's the last comment I found. This is wild to me. Well, at least he didn't pack up after an hour and a half like mine did, despite having him booked for the entire night. That's crazy. Did anyone confront him while he was packing up? What was his excuse? I did, and my maid of honor did as well. He claimed that because I had only put a few songs on my definitely playlist, that meant those were the only songs I wanted played. Like, what the fuck? If I had to create the entire playlist myself, I wouldn't have bothered booking a DJ. This is nuts. When I was like, no, the contract said you were supposed to be here all night, he was like, well, too bad, I have another gig booked, so I have to leave. I rolled this up to the company and asked for my feedback. When the company called him and asked him about it, he had the audacity to lie and say, I was making it all up. Company called the venue, who verified my version. He got fired. Good. Telling you, when you guys are hiring DJs, just be careful out there who you get. This is my worry. That's my worry. That's why, as of right now, I'm staying single op. It is an advantage. Nothing against you multi-ops, but I feel like you have a higher risk of bumping into this. Trying to find somebody that cares as much as you do has got to be a challenge. It's got to be a challenge. And then once you do, you got to pay them almost as much as you make. So then what are you making? That's how I feel. I have to feel like, I would never go work for a multi-op, but if I did, I would have to make exactly what I'm making now. So then so you'd have to charge even more to get what you want. You know what I mean? That's a challenge I'm sure you guys face out there. Every time you send a DJ out, I'm sure that there's got to be a little bit of worry. Like, I hope he nails it, This guy seemed like, I'm only here for this. It's probably underpaid, probably only making that $25 an hour, didn't give a shit. But to think that, like, well, you only gave me this many songs, so I played them all, so it's time for me to go home. Turned their system off and started packing up. Fucking nightmare. You pay your guys 45%. So if that's the case, you would almost, so if I'm making $24.95, then you got to charge almost $5,000 a wedding. If you want to make if you want to double it, I don't know what you want to make. I don't know what the headache is worth. I can't think of what I would want to make that would be like, this is worth me being stressed out, sending somebody else out to do a wedding who's carrying my company's name, who has got all my gear with them. You know what I mean? I know you guys are doing it well. I'm not saying it, but I can't wrap my head around it. And I had my couple I talked to last night who booked me. They said, yeah, we met some other DJ companies, and they're like, yeah, you know, well, you won't really meet your DJ till the week of, and it freaked them out. It freaked them out. Multi-ops. I know that's how you gotta run it, because you're not really sure who's available at the time. But I will say that, you know, I think if you're a single op like me, that's what we got over them. Nothing against you guys, because I know you're here. And I love you. Thanks for being here. But I'm just saying, like, the advantage that we have over you is I sell me, I'm the guy. Now, the advantage you have is if something happens to me, if I get really sick or something happens to my family, and that comes up in conversation. Sometimes a couple will ask me, hey, what if something happens to you? I'm like, that is totally fair. Did you ask your photographer the same thing, by the way? Because they're in the same boat. Most of them are on their own. And I don't say it that way, but I do say, you know, just like your photographer who most likely is on their own, and then you see like their heads go like, oh shit, I didn't even think about that. Right? So, you know, you ease their mind and know like, look, obviously I'm going to be there. And as of today, as of April 17th, 2024, I've been doing this since 2018. Haven't missed one. But look, life happens. I've read some horror stories from you guys that have said, like, you know, horrific things have happened and you had to miss a wedding. A tragedy in your family, prioritize that over going to a wedding. I would. Now, my plan is I have a lot of friends in the area who I know that if something came up, I could reach out to them, who have some DJs who could go out and kick ass. And I tell them that. So that's my response. My response is, look, I have a network of DJ friends, obviously not as good as me, and just, you know, be cheeky like that. And if something would happen to me, I would do everything in my power to make sure that you guys had your date covered. Unless something happened to me, and Amy knows, if something happens to me, that's where I'm going to need you to help me out. You know, because it's important. It's important. What'd you say here, DJ? I'm with you. I love being a solo op. I do. You know, it's for right now. It works for me. I have no intention. You know, I might eat my words. I don't think so. I don't really think so. I think I'm going to stay this way. It's less headache. It's less things for me to worry about. With my other company, I have employees, and I'm not going to lie. Every day, when I know they got to work, as reliable as they've been, I sometimes expect to get that phone call. Hey, I can't make it. What are you going to do when your DJ calls you and like, I can't make it, bro? And if you're only paying them $150, there's little incentive for them to go spend their whole day, get swamp ass, play music, get abused by ants, right? All day long for $150. So you guys are saying that 45% looked low. Then what is... I would think, for me, I would think like I'd have to pay this guy at least 70%. At least 70%. That seems maybe high to you, but I feel like for me to really get them invested, excited, it's worth their whole weekend. It's a whole Saturday. And if they got family, you're talking about a whole day gone from your family, gone from your kids. That's 70% going to them, and then I take 30%. So what's that? A couple $100? I just don't know. For me, I just don't feel like it's worth it. My mom passed away unexpectedly the morning of February 10th. Saturday. I had an afternoon gig and an evening gig that day. Couldn't get out of them and still made it to both. Jesus, dude. Sorry, bro. That's my dude. I'm not gonna lie. That is my absolute worst nightmare. It's not like speakers blowing out. It's getting a phone call like this, and not just because it's like your family member, you know, and you have a wedding, but it's that obligation that you feel in your gut. Like, I'm shocked by this. I'm broken by this, but I have a job to do. I'd hate to be in that situation. I'd hate to be in that situation. Yeah, that's what I think. I think that's for me. 70-30 is perfect. Okay, if they own their own stuff. And that's the thing. It's like, hey, I would prefer a DJ had their own stuff. It's less, you know, it's now they got to drive over to my house, or I have to have now I got to own a storage unit, pay that. So those are some overhead costs that you got to work in. Upkeep, teaching them how to do it. You know, that's a whole thing. I don't know. I don't know how you guys do it. Sounds like a total pain. It is more money. I'm for sure, because I'm turning away about as many as I do. I'm sorry I'm booked. Otherwise, I'd be like, I'll send somebody over there. I don't think I could do it. All right. Okay, I'll answer. You guys throw some cues in the chat and then I'll wrap up, because I gotta go in a little bit. I gotta go in maybe 5-10 minutes. Question: if someone died, would you cancel the gig or go do it? This is a hard conversation, but the wife and I have had it. If someone was dying, I'd try to make an adjustment, but died, I think it depends on who it is. You know, this is gonna get dark here, guys. This is gonna get hard, but this is a true thing, a real thing that we have to navigate. And I know that there are some of you guys that have actually physically had to go through this, and I've gone through it in my head. What do I do? If it's anybody in my family, my immediate family, my wife or my kids, if anything happens to them, very serious, like they've been taken to the hospital, I'm not going to the gig. I don't feel like that's controversial. I don't feel like my couples would hold that against me. That's going to happen. That's my priority. A parent, an in-law, you know, something tragic happens. I don't know. I think a parent, you know, my parents don't live around me anymore, so there's nothing I can really do in that moment. The problem would be like your mindset. How do you go? You'd have to check out of your own emotions and go do a wedding, go on the microphone. Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm really excited to be here. While in the back of your head, you're realizing this horrible thing, especially if it was unexpected. If it's a dying situation where they're kind of like on, you know, it's like it's any moment now. I think in my head, it would be like, I'm going to go do it, because if you just kind of sit around and wait, one, that would drive you crazy. And two, it's just a guessing game. But if it's a sort of like, it just happened unexpectedly, man, I mean, you got to, I guess, be honest with yourself and realize, is it better for me to go and give this couple probably 30% of what I have to offer because of my mental capacity to go and do this thing that isn't just a push buttons? You are running the event. You are going to be so scatterbrained. Do you know what I mean? I just can't imagine you not being that way. So is it better for the couple for them to have somebody that is 100% dialed in, or 30% of what you offer, just for you to try to save your reputation or do the right thing? But I don't even think that that's a case of doing the right thing. I think doing the right thing is what your family said. Damn it, this got dark. Somebody put something funny. Let's talk about this week's sponsor. Mando. Got a sweaty ass? Got wet balls? Mando. Coming to you now in a best value pack for $35 now. Solid stick, cream tube, free mini body wash, 15 wipes. Shipping free, $35. Brought to you by Mando. Whole body deodorant for pits, packages, and feet. All right. Thanks everybody for being here. It was a fun Wednesday. I'll be back next week. Will I have no, I have a wedding next Saturday, and I'll have my I was gonna say witness. I'll have my assistant, and I'll be using that dash cam. What do you guys think of the dash cam idea? I honestly think that's an underrated thing to have on your car. Specifically, like I said in the video, it's basically to cover my ass in case anything happens. Driving at night, somebody hits you, you hit them. I just kind of like having my ass covered in that situation. But again, my only worry about that is that, God damn it, I have some fucking road rage. All right, cool people. Thanks for being here. I will see you guys all at the next one. Bye.